Rapid response to emergencies, the skillful use of sophisticated drugs and advanced technologies are the pride of our healthcare system and fundamental to a doctor's education. My father was a doctor, a general practitioner while I was growing up in the 50s. He spent his first years of medical school in the classroom. But the Hofstra North Shore LIJ School of Medicine has added another dimension to the medical school curriculum as they educate the doctors of tomorrow. Edom Seyul has just begun the arduous 4 years that will turn him into a doctor. In his very first week, he began training as an EMT and went out on the firing line.
We're going to take your blood pressure and get you fixed up, okay? Can you wiggle your toes?
It's hard to imagine one day you're like an undergrad and next thing you know you're here in medical school. Because you kind of think about it, you prepare yourself for the moment, and then you're finally there.
Hofstra takes the traditional approach to the medical curriculum and stands it on its head.
The very first place our students ever encounter patients in medical school is in the patient's own homes and in the patient's own communities, not in the medical space of a hospital or an emergency room or a doctor office, but in the patient space. We want them to be always seeing patients as people in need of healing, not people who are just diseases presenting to their office.
Raymond, how you doing, buddy? How you feel?
I've wanted to be a physician for as long as I can remember. I have a picture of me when I was 4, and I was given a coat that said Dr. Sophie, and I had a plastic stethoscope. I've never imagined myself doing anything else.
Let's get some oxygen on her.
I'm going to drop the Benadryl.
Yeah, let's get her on
You got a
oxygen
line?
first.
Connected right now. Always leave
207 over 118. Your blood pressure's up a little bit, too. Don't worry. We're going to take care of everything for you, okay? Nothing's going to happen now.
No, relax, man. Just breathe so he can get it.
Don't look.
Nana, what's your first name?
Julia.
Julia. I'm going to call you Julia instead of Nana.
It's what we've been learning at this school. You just have to be really patient and listen and know what's happening, talk to the people around them, and gain their trust. There's a lot of preparation that you have to do. Mental preparation, emotional preparation. When you get there, you have to be able to respond quickly and help the patient in whatever situation they might be in. And it's often probably not one of the best days of their lives.
This is a chance for you to start this process of observation. All these people or their families donated their bodies for us to learn from. So this is a really special experience. It may be an emotional experience for you. And at any time, if you feel like you need to step out, that's okay.
It's a very different experience than most students have when they're first exposed to a cadaver. In most traditional medical schools, the cadaver is on their belly, the head and the hands and feet are covered. It's a very impersonal first exposure. And the idea here is to fully expose the students to the cadaver as a person.
I was a little nervous. So many people are afraid of death. So being just right up, you can't deny the cadaver in front of you is no longer living. And it's sort of, you have to face all of those fears.
I've always wanted to go into medicine, and I guess I always thought it would be easier to handle, but it's emotional. You think like that could be me.
The donors that we have in our lab are people. They have lives. And it's a very unique opportunity to be able to look at that life from both an emotional perspective and then add in the scientific perspective.
Oh, make some perpendicular marks.